It is no secret that the ancient Greeks and Romans preferred to drink wine diluted with water. In this video, I will discuss the reasons for this wine drinking and why this custom went out of fashion. During the time of royal Rome and the early Republic, sobriety prevailed in Rome. Wine was used mainly for ritual and medicinal purposes, and drunkenness was highly frowned upon. With the advent of the late Republic and Empire, however, Roman consumption of wine greatly increased. We could say that wine became the main drink. Wine was everywhere. Wine was available to literally all walks of life. Even the poorest Romans and slaves received wine as a beverage. Wine growing became a significant part of agriculture, and in some periods up to 40% of the fertile land was taken up by vineyards. That said, to say that the Romans brewed wine with water is not entirely accurate. It would be more accurate to say that the Romans added wine to their water. The common practice was to mix 1 part wine and 4 parts water, although sometimes, according to Virgil, the ratio was as much as 1 part wine to 9 to 10 parts water. There is an opinion that wine was used to disinfect water. There is some truth in this. In the overcrowded large cities of the Middle and Late Empire, access to clean water was very limited. Standing water was often used for drinking, and often the rivers and springs were contaminated with sewage and food waste, making the water unfit for drinking. Wine was also diluted with seawater. But the Romans also added wine to water that was certainly pure and potable. There were 3 main reasons for this. First, much more could be drunk with this mixture than with pure wine. Drinking pure wine was considered barbaric because of the rapid onset of intoxication, because the ancient Roman wine was not inferior in strength to modern wine. Secondly, despite the general availability, to drink only pure wine was unaffordable for most Romans. And finally, most likely, the Romans simply liked the taste of the mixture of water and wine. Why did they stop diluting wine with water? The main reason the custom of diluting wine went out of use was the fall of the Western Roman Empire and the decline of agriculture in its former territories. The fall of Rome under barbarian attacks was accompanied by the devastation of farmland throughout the empire. Because of this, grape production fell by more than 20 times in a short period of time, and wine became too expensive. Over time, wine was replaced in Europe by beer, which was made from cereals, and which was cheaper and faster to produce. At the same time, the decrease in wine production greatly improved its quality. Winemakers could no longer afford to produce bad wine, which would be sold anyway, and the faults of the wine would not be noticeable after dilution with water. Now, wine was bought mostly by aristocrats and care had to be taken about its quality. In general, by the 7th or 8th century, the use of wine in diluted form had all but ceased.